Am I looking at you or looking at the camera?
At the camera, or if you answer a question, you can look at me.
Okay.
Hello! Welcome back to BDO Facebook Live. My name is Monica, and we are talking about hair today. We are here with Ceata Lash, the inventor and founder of the hair accessory PuffCuff.
Yes.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So what is PuffCuff?
Okay.
Start there.
Yes. PuffCuff is the only hair clamp specifically designed for thick, curly, textured hair.
Okay.
Or textured hair. You don't have to have all three. You should
Just
have
one
at least
of the
one out
three.
of those three, yes.
Nice. And when did you decide or realize that this product was needed?
It's been a while. So let's say I transitioned back in 2006. I have 15-year-old twin boys, and I remember because they were 3 and we all went and got our hair cut all at the same time.
Really?
So that's when I did my big chop officially. Didn't really know what to do with it. Had not, let's say I'd been I had been getting a relaxer since I had been 10 and then press and curl before that. So I really didn't have any clue what was going to be growing out of my scalp. So I decided when I decided to do the big chop, it wasn't because I was having this inner experience and, finding my real self and all that. I just literally began to realize, after going longer between touch-ups, that all of my psoriasis and dandruff and stuff just kind of started to clear up on its own.
Okay.
After I had been going and going to dermatologists, using medicated shampoos
Been there, yes.
and all this other stuff, and it would never go away. And I'm like, what is this? And then finally, the only time I had relief is when I went longer between touch-ups, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta be allergic to this stuff. So it was such a relief that I was like, I'm never going back to relaxer again.
Nice.
So then I grew it out. Didn't know, like I said, what to do with it, how to style it, how to take care of it. We've got generations of people of our mothers and grandmothers and great aunts, all they know majorly is relaxed or straight hair. Right,
yeah.
exactly. So no one can even help you understand what to do with it and how to, let alone style it, just how to maintain it and care for it. So I know I can keep this is a long story.
Okay.
So, I decided after trying to wear braids and wear color and everything, my hair just kept on breaking off and falling out, and I said, you know what, I just gotta let it go. Gotta let it grow. Well, I was not comfortable wearing an afro.
It's hard. It's not.
And this is when we were in Illinois, and I worked at a community college up north, so I was the only black in my department. Only black in the building, black female, right, and I'm like, you know what,
with the afro,
and I'm like, I'm not ready to bite off the responsibility of an afro yet, plus I look just exactly like my mother from the 70s, and I really wasn't ready for that, so I was like, you know what, I feel comfortable wearing my hair up in a puff. That was my go-to, to where I felt like I could feel comfortable in my own skin.
That's mine too.
Yes.
My go-to.
So
curly hair.
Right.
Yep.
Then it was like, okay, how do I put my puff up? So my thing, I tried the elastic band and double twisting it and all of that stuff. Eventually that sucker would move during the day, or it'd be too tight, or something. Plus, if your head is not shaped right, that that thing can do its own. It has its own mind. So then I would take a boot-sized shoestring. Tie it. Don't get excited.
Okay.
Don't get excited about PuffCuff. Don't get
Okay.
So I would take a boot-sized shoestring and tie it around my neck, and then put it on my head and pull it until I could get my puff in position. But then, even then, what I would notice is I started to have a lot of breakage.
Oh, because it's too tight.
Right. From just the friction and the tension of that every single day. And then, excuse me, I also suffered from sinus and migraines.
Oh, because of that? Because it was so tight?
No, just in general. I've always had migraines,
so
even as a kid.
Okay.
So between the sinus and the migraines and the hair being pulled up all day, it was just like a disaster by the time I got off work. And then at that time we lived in Romeoville, but I worked in Palatine. So I had like an hour commute. And it's like,
with the migraine.
Right, with the migraine, it's like, this is too much.
Yeah.
And then come home and try to take care of, be a nice wife and mother. That just wasn't happening. So I was like, there has to be something that I can style my hair with that will not I won't have to result in feeling like this every day.
Yeah.
And there just wasn't, after searching and searching online.
It really was.
And this is,
Wasn't.
this is 2006, so there was no curly revolution. It was me and a couple other folks. There wasn't Google, right. There wasn't Google and YouTube like it is now. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't, there were no resources. So I just kind of felt like a fish out of water. What do I do? So that's where the need came from.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you said 2006 is kind of when you're like, I need something.
Right,
so then
right.
when, what's the timeline of when you thought about this product, and then from then
actually,
on,
right, okay.
The execution.
So with the whole, pulling up and cinching of my hair with what pantyhose really didn't work for me, but the elastic bands and the shoestrings, I thought to myself, there was a little clip that my grandmother and mother had, and it was about this size.
Okay.
It was tortoiseshell in color, and the teeth went like this. You've probably seen it.
I've seen,
and
yes,
it hooks
I've
like
seen
this at the top, but it's only like this big.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, if I could find something like that, but on a much larger scale, then technically, I think it should work.
Yeah.
So, just looked, searched all over, and I basically couldn't find anything. And I'm like, I cannot believe that this doesn't exist anywhere.
Right. When it seems so simple.
Right, it seems so
just,
simple. Right. It's like, can we just take this and
make it bigger?
But then it was like, I think a couple of years, I had the image in my mind, and I'm a graphic designer by trade.
Nice.
So I drew it out, just hand sketched it. And I thought, you know what, if I can find this still, if I can find this, somebody's gonna make it, it would work perfectly. And couldn't find, literally I think about looking at my husband like he's gonna tell me how many years it was. I think it had to be, I sat on the idea probably for 5-6 years.
Really?
Going to Walmart, going to
With
Walgreens,
the picture,
right. You look at and knowing I would have been pissed, if somebody had have done it, but I'm like, okay. So then in 2011, it was 2011, end of 2011, my grandmother was 99 years old and diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Had lived independently on her own from, up until that point, but the doctors were like, she can't live by herself any longer. And she was in Indiana, in Indianapolis actually, and we were in Romeoville. So it was like, and this is my father's mother. My father's an only child, and she was like, honey, I'm not going to live with your daddy. Just please get me please get a room ready for me. So we were like, okay, great, Mom, Grandma. And I was honored to have her because we were really, really close. And at the same time, that same weekend, I'm going to speed it up, we had decided to adopt a child. So our third child actually came to live with us. We got chosen that Monday, the same week that we had decided to bring my grandmother. We got chosen by the birth mother. On Monday, she said, I want you to visit him on Wednesday. I'll visit him the last day on Thursday. Wow. You're taking him home on Friday. So I had my grandmother, I had my new baby on Friday and my grandmother on Monday. So it was like, Lord, you
a lot at once.
You didn't ask how much I could bear, but I'm with you on this. I'm gonna try and help it. So it was a wonderful experience, and it just, it actually let us be able to learn more about each other, my grandmother and I, and just, appreciate our times together. Our quiet times together. And I had always wondered, okay, living to 99, has she done all that she ever wanted to do? Is there anything that she regrets? Right, yeah. And she was mind was totally fine. Nothing was wrong with her mind at all, just her body. Some parts are not meant to last that long. Mm-hmm. So she literally would say, no, baby, I'm ready to go. I am totally satisfied with everything I've done.
Good. Yeah.
I don't regret anything. I've done everything that I'm supposed to do or that the Lord gave me to do. And I thought to myself, oh shoot, I've got this idea.
Mm-hmm. Don't wait for it.
Right. If I don't take this time and do something with it, then I'm gonna regret it. And I want to be like her. I don't want to have any regrets. Right. So with that, that was in October. She passed away that late January, and then come that February, I was in my mind, I gotta get this done. So working at that at the community college, I had access to adjunct professors because they're usually professionals by day and teachers by night.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna take my 2D drawing, I put it in Illustrator, made it, cleaned it up, made it make more sense. And I was like, I'm just gonna catalog, scour the catalog and catalog stock, whatever, all the CAD and engineering professors until somebody would be able to sit down with me and talk about the idea and help me bring it to fruition.
Nice. And so from there, how long did it take to get it on the market?
It took, I'd say, a year from actually having my drawing, getting it in a 3D CAD drawing to actually a 3D working prototype.
Okay.
And it's funny because I was working with all of my engineer and my manufacturer, both white men. So they could not really understand a lot of the
bigger
it's like some of the aspects of it, like the hook and the hinge.
Okay.
So I'm like, the hinge was just like a little plastic plug, and I'm like, oh no, that's got to be a rivet.
Yeah.
Because that's going to, I'm talking some thick hair here.
Yeah.
So, and this hook has
It'll
got to
pop
be
in a
right.
second,
It's got to pop in a second. So just with that, I think it took a year in order for me to get from actual, 2D concept to 3D working prototype, and then within 6 months, we were able to start retailing, and that was the beginning of 2014.
Nice. Well, let's see this PuffCuff, shall we? So we have a model, Morgan. Morgan, you can come on up, and we're gonna demonstrate it.
Okay,
see what it's looking like.
This is actually the original one that we came up with. So wait, don't take it out yet. Don't take it out yet. So many people want to say it's a banana clip, or I had the same clip in the islands years ago. Well, they did have things that kind of on the same concept, but with this, the teeth don't go all the way through. Anything that's got teeth like this, that means it's for straight hair. There's no curly and thick hair penetrating teeth like this. So we designed it with the shorter teeth, and our teeth kind of just act like fingers to hold your texture. And then we made it, I don't know if you can see it, it's concave. So then it's going to match the shape of your head to be more comfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and have you take out what you have in and tell the audience what you're using.
Okay. What do you have?
So she's got so far.
Oh, just one bobby pin.
One bobby pin.
And just a regular hair tie.
Okay, and she's got one of the goody elastic bands. So one thing I can say this right now, she's already got hair wound around it, and it's porous, so it's also going to hold on to the sweat and the product and everything. So like if you put this under a blue light, what you use is
Yeah.
So the PuffCuff is non-porous. It's made out of ABS plastic, and it's really lightweight. I'm just going to have you hold it to see how lightweight it is. A lot of people are like, oh, it's too lightweight. You've been kind of conditioned to think that anything you put in your hair should be heavy, and that's not necessarily true. So the way you use the PuffCuff, you gather your hair first, you open it wide, and I lay it across the back of my neck so I can use both of my hands. And you gather your hair wherever it's going to go, and then you put one arm in, you put the other arm in, and you close it shut, just like that, and then you let your hair go.
And the puff is even bigger.
Right, so right now you automatically get more volume because the PuffCuff is not cinching your hair down.
Right.
What it is it's your hair, the PuffCuff is kind of just holding your hair in place, and then the density and texture are pushing outward, so that's what keeps the clamp closed.
And so a question for Morgan, is it as tight as?
No, it feels like way better. Definitely not, because that hair tie was pretty small.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And I love it because the puff is even bigger.
Right.
And it just looks so
It's
much
going to
better.
give you the most value. So a lot of us who have, like her hair is very fine and soft. So a lot of people who have some fine, soft hair, if they put any elastic in it, it's going to take it down to the smallest point of resistance. So with her, it's just letting her have a lot more volume, a lot more body. And then there's other sizes too. Can I do another?
Yeah, of course, you got plenty of time.
So she's got the original in, which is the biggest one. So that she could technically do what I'm doing. Let me see if she has enough length. we call this a double puff. So if you have, if she gets more length, but she still likes the way that this feels at the base, you double cuff it. And then it'll give her more height.
Oh. I see.
Okay.
And so for sizes, how many sizes are there?
There's
You
4
have-
sizes.
Okay.
So what she has in, I can take them out right quick. And the other thing, I'm going to show you how easy to get it out. So I'll take this one out, but I'm going to have you take out the one I put in first.
While you're doing that, we have some questions online. Do these come in different colors? And also, where can we buy them?
Okay, our website is www.puffcuff.com. So it's PuffCuff.com.
So the puffcuff.com?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's at the PuffCuff on all social media channels. So you can find us everywhere with the same
Yes, and follow.
handle at the PuffCuff. So
Does it come in other
it
colors?
does not come in other colors because technically you can't see it.
Right. Okay.
Got it.
So we know people are asking for other colors, and we've had a lot of fans that have styled their hair in ways that we're like, whoa, how did you do that?
Really?
And you can actually see the puff cuff, so now it's on our radar to have it available in more colors. So in due time, we will have more colors. So to get it out, I'm going to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to have you take your fingers just like this, put it on either side of each arm, one on either side. Now push it together, push the arms towards each other. Now open it up.
Yeah. Just like that.
And just like that. And then
So
that's
fast,
it.
so easy.
And the difference would be like how you have the crimp here
Yeah, the
from
dent.
your, the
right,
dent. Yeah, we call it the dent.
Uh-huh.
Our other curly girls that are not as brown as we are call it the crimp.
Oh, right.
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 So I was at a show and I'm like, what is the crimp? Oh, you mean the dent.
The
So
dent.
yeah. And the thing
All the
is
same
we
thing.
all have the same hair woes, but we speak about them differently.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do double puffs for you right quick. Okay, so
Okay.
look, I'm sorry, we didn't talk about
Yes,
sizes.
sizes.
So this is the original. This is pretty much 5 inches in diameter. Then we have the junior, which is exactly 2/3 in diameter as the 2/3 the size of this. So it's like right around 3 1/4 inches. Then we have the mini, which is exactly half of the puff cuff, the original puff cuff. So it's about 2 1/2 inches. And then we have the micro, which is exactly half of the junior. So it's a little over 1 inch.
Do the different sizes have different uses, or is it for different lengths of hair? Or how does that
All the above. So, like for instance, I'm going to do double puffs on her right quick.
I love double puffs. It would be so cute.
And you'll see how fast and easy it is. And because her hair is, we have a ponytail chart. We call it the ponytail test. And that's kind of to help you decide which one you should start with. So what happens is when I'm making this ponytail for her, pretty much my fist is all the way closed. So then that would tell you that you're going to use the smallest one. If the base of your ponytail is more like that, like her original ponytail, then you're going to use, since you're using 2 hands, you're using the original in there and so on. So for the double puffs, it's just as easy.
It's so fast.
It's so fast, and you really don't have to comb through your hair. Like, you don't have to detangle like you usually do. And for us, detangling, unless it's wet, hey, can you toss me? Toss me another micro.
Smaller?
Yep.
Oopsie. Here you go.
Thank you. Do the same thing. You gather your hair first, open it wide, put it in, clamp it around, and then that's it.
Cute.
Nice.
And how do those feel?
Yeah, they feel great. So much better than a hair tie for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's the whole purpose of it, because we've been trained since itty bitty to pull your hair tight.
Yes.
And usually it's pulled tight because the only things you were using were mint, not necessarily for hair of any texture or thickness. Actually, these are designed to give straight hair bulk. So it's binding it down to give straight hair bulk. Well, if you've
Any
got
type of
curl or
texture,
texture, you've already got the bulk, so you don't need anything to bind it. You just literally need something in essence to hold it. So that's what the difference is.
Can I
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
if you are up to it, can we see you do the ponytail? Can you try it to see how easy it is? Because when you do it when you're on your own.
Mm-hmm. Put the big one? The big one? Or?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and take those out.
Oh yeah.
That one
let's
in
do that.
there. See how fast it comes.
Well, not even for
No, push them
speed of
together.
time, but
Remember I
for
said,
like
yeah, you push it together and then it pops open.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Because a lot of people, you automatically think I should go for the hook, but that's not how you use it. You
Push
take
them
the
in.
arms and push them together, push them towards each other.
So is this only for women? Can men also use this?
We have so many men that have figured out that,
That
you
you use as
know,
well?
I love the PuffCuff. At first, I'm not gonna lie, when I first created the product, it literally was, I figured more African American. No, wait. So you're not doing it right.
I don't start.
Right. So the thing is that what you don't want to do is use it like a banana clip. Everybody wants to take the clip and scoop their hair up in it like you do a banana clip. But that's not going to work because these teeth aren't meant to glide through your hair. These teeth are meant literally just to rest and hold your puff in place.
Okay.
So gather your hair first.
Oh right. Okay. So here.
Yeah, and then take the one arm and put it in at the base and hold it with, and then bring it around till you feel the other hook. Yep, then let your hair go. Let go.
Yay!
So there is a learning curve. That
Yeah,
was literally one of our serious lessons of business because I was so close to the product that I thought it was intuitive how to use.
Right.
But then I had to, and we were getting so many complaints, it doesn't work, this, that, and the other, and I'm like, what are people doing? But then what happened was I realized that we've all been trained and used on products that were not meant for our hair in the first place.
Right.
So we were so caught up in the concept of what everything else, how it worked, that I had to go through and re-educate the audience that it's not difficult, but it's going to be different than what you've done before.
Shout out to Cassandra. She said, just purchased these for my girls. Can't wait to see how they work. Go girls.
Awesome.
Already, nice.
So can you use these in straight hair or is it only for curly hair?
The best experience is going to be if your hair has some type of curl or some type of texture, honestly. People with straight hair, unless your hair is like you've got a lot of thickness and bulk, then you can be used. So I can use it in...
Yeah, go ahead.
I could use it in her hair, but if she had like a rod set or a roller set, it would definitely hold better. But because her hair is so silky right now, the teeth, it will slide.
Oh, that's cute.
But it'll still hold.
Is it cute?
A little messy ponytail.
Yeah, a little messy
It is cute.
ponytail. Right.
And so it also works if you have braids, if you have dreads.
I am wearing
Oh, you're
two
wearing
of
it. You
them.
did say that.
Right. So I'm wearing. So I did that
Convenient.
double thing like I had on you, where I got the bigger one at the bottom.
Oh wait, come in front of the camera.
Oh, so they can
There
see.
you go. There you go.
So I've got doubles. I've got the original down at the bottom, and then I have a junior up high just to give me more height because these are so long.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Didn't even know that. There you go. So you can use all And so I definitely want to ask, when it comes to hair, what's most important? Health, beauty, both?
I think no matter what, it's both. But if you focus on health, your hair will be beautiful. Point blank.
Okay.
A lot of us get so caught up in the concept of what it looks like visually that we're not taking into account what it's actually doing to us physically and to your hair. So that was one of the things that was like, okay, I like the way, just like when I was saying from before about how I felt comfortable in my own skin, what style I wanted to wear. I love the way I look in a puff, but my hair was telling me this is not working for you. And a lot of times we're not listening to what our body is telling us. This is not working, and we think hair is dead cells or whatever. If hair is growing and it's breaking, there's there's life in there. So you have to take care of it. So we really need to understand that a lot of the old ways that we've looked at styling hair and what's beautiful, you got to break that down and find out what's important and what's really not that important to you. So I like the way I look with my hair pulled up, but okay, what am I using to moisturize it? What am I using to brush it? What am I, that relaxer, putting that chemical, you gotta think about it. You're putting a chemical on your body every 6 to 8 weeks.
That can't be good.
Right. It can't be in any, what other chemical would
Right.
you do that to yourself? And it's like, okay, it's going on my scalp. No, baby girl, it's
It's
going in your body.
Right.
There's a reason why that African American women suffer from fibroid tumors
Yes.
way more than, in other races and breast cancer and uterus. It's a lot of the stuff that we've been doing to ourselves and putting on ourselves and not necessarily, I'm sorry, but those producers of these products are not going to tell you
of
what's
course
in
not.
it.
No.
Right, and they're so used to us being, so caught up in social norms of what we feel is beautiful. They'll just feed it to them and they'll drink it. It's no,
Yeah, we keep,
and they'll
drinking
spend the amount of money that they will.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, let's step back for a minute and think about why is it all your sisters in your family have fibroids? Why why are we having so many fertility issues? A lot of it is because of what we're doing and putting on ourselves. And I'm not necessarily a product person. Well, I'm not a product junkie. I used to be. In the beginning, I was a product junkie. Now I'm not. Now I'm a kitchen sink junkie.
Okay.
What's in my pantry is what I usually try to use on my body. But I do have my favorites, but I'm more conscious now of like, okay, if that's a word on it that I can't pronounce,
So you shouldn't be
right? If I can't pronounce it, I can't
Yes.
spell it. I mean, I'm going to look it up at least to see what it is. There's some things that are chemicals, but they're natural chemicals and preservatives and things like that you want to know. But there's a lot of stuff that's like,
Read the label.
read the label,
Read
find
the
out
label.
what you're putting on yourself.
This is important.
Right. And you may have to get used to the way you look differently. If that
Right.
thing is not good for you, relaxers weren't good for me. So then I was like, I've got to fall in love with the new me.
Yeah.
I've got to fall in love with the curly me. Now I add somebody else's hair to my
Right.
hair.
But
In
still
a second,
me.
but it's still me. But
Yeah.
then at the same time, okay, I'm only going to use hair that I feel comfortable with. If it
Right.
starts, if I'm scratching it, I must be allergic to it. Don't use that hair anymore. Stuff like that. But the PuffCuff really was designed as an aid to help, transitioning or going from straight hair all your life to curly hair. It's a part of your personality and your character. It affects your day. It affects everything about you. Your hair does. So why should I not have tools that I can style it with that are also healthy for my hair and that will make me feel comfortable in my own self and just help me be able to fall in love with myself.
Of course, healthy hair is beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Start healthy.
Start
It'll be
healthy.
beautiful.
Right.
Automatically.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions? We don't.
Oh wait!
Oh,
I gotta do this. Our
Yes,
summer
Mama.
tote giveaway. Yes, my Tori will be so mad at me if I don't say something. So this summer we decided to do our PuffCuff summer tote giveaway, and we're giving away 5 of these tote bags that are filled with PuffCuff goodies, as well as another great product for curly hair people. So I'm going to go over what's in it right quick. And you, on our website, go to our website, there is a banner across the top that says Summer Tote Giveaway. You just subscribe with your email, and then every Friday, we've been giving away 3. We've got 3 more to give away. Every Friday we give away another tote to someone else. So in the bag is have you guys seen the Flairosol spray bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, is it not life? Is that not,
Goodness.
So what it does, you can fill it up with any liquid that you want, and it turns it into an aerosol spray.
Oh.
So it's no chemicals it's literally the way that the bottle is designed. They don't say so. Once you got your favorite conditioner or whatever, add water, add your conditioner. Now that's your leave-in. Whatever you want. So this is the PuffCuff spray bottle. Of course, we got PuffCuff, so we will be the family pack is included, and that's all 4 sizes. It's
All
7.
4?
You get 7 pieces, but it's all 4 sizes. Then we have our scalp massager, our shampoo scalp massager, another life. Oof, yes. We also have our t-shirt turban, which this is. Look at you like.
I got excited. We love turbans.
So we use everybody knows, if you got curly hair, don't dry your hair with a terry cloth towel, dry it with t-shirt material. So what we decided is we would make our own turbans, but our turbans aren't only just for when you get out of the shower and you're drying your hair. Our turbans are for, girl, you can wear this out and look cute. So we always make them double-sided. I don't know if I can do it with, I'll just do it right, see if I can do it right quick.
Yes, of course.
So we make it super easy. We make the circle part, it's like shaped like this with the tail.
Mm-hmm.
So you put the circle part over your head, then you just twist.
Oh, and then connect that.
Right. You connect at the back if you're going to, you know, deep condition out of the shower, whatever. Or you can do your whole, you know,
Oh, good.
twist in the front, whatever you want to do, in the back, on the side. So you can deep condition and walk out the house and go grocery shopping and look really cute at the same time.
I always want to do that.
And then you wear it on either side. So that is also included.
Nice. Oh.
Then we have our PuffCuff carrying case, because what was happening is a lot of our curlies were like, I'm going on vacation, I want to take my PuffCuffs. The man manhandled my bag and I lost it I lost it too. So your carrying case, which can fit, you know, umpteen PuffCuffs as well as your turban inside. Then we have also, which is, we have a pack of 5, but these are our handmade African print headbands. So, and then we make these are all handmade, and we make them with the reinforced elastic so it don't snatch the kitchen. It don't pull nothing on the back. So really, really good, really, really cute, and we always have at least 5 different styles, or 5 different patterns, I should say. And then the last thing, we have partnered with Q-Redo.
Wow.
So yes, the Q-Redo hand steamer is in one of our 5 tote bags. So this thing, have you guys ever used it?
I haven't, no.
Someone was just talking about it on the comments, actually.
Really?
She said, I have the Q-Redo, it's bomb.
It
But she said it
is.
before you took it out, so now I'm sure she's going crazy.
Right. The Q-Redo hand steamer is absolutely, I mean, it's to curls, to softness. And I mean, if you literally, like if you, after your wash and go, and you want to refresh the next day,
Oh.
the bomb.
So everything in the bag, do you also sell on your website?
Everything but this.
Everything but that. Okay.
Everything but this, but their handle is at Q-Redo.
Okay.
We are contemplating doing a partnership with Q-Redo because we promote tools. That's our whole thing, is let's get people aware of what tools they can use in order to, you know, have healthy hair. So, and that's it. So definitely
Great
sign up. There's 3 more left.
I want the bag.
And
Right.
also, and then you get this so super cute PuffCuff fashionable tote for the beach
Yes.
or the pool.
It has a zipper, which I love.
Yes, and zipper. So
Yes.
you ain't got to worry about nobody just
Reaching
reaching
in.
in.
So great. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ceata, so much for coming in and
Thank
explaining
you.
your PuffCuff. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your whole business.
Thank you
You are
so much.
amazing. And obviously you already have fans, already people going on the website buying it.
Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video
Yes,
and like
please.
us on Facebook. Go follow PuffCuff as well.
Yes.
And what is the name again on all social media?
All social media, it is at, you know, the at sign, ThePuffCuff.
At the PuffCuff.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.